All right.
That's
We're live now.
We're live. Good afternoon and welcome to episode 109 of Pillar Talk. I'm sitting here with Jeff Copi of Monroe Nutrition. Tell us a little about yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Jeff.
What's up, guys? First off, thank you guys for giving me the platform to do this and other people like me, so I really appreciate that. Straight up, just normal dude that just had a vision and, just I love people. I love helping people. And I get to do that through shakes and teas now, which is pretty cool.
A little bit of shake, a little bit of tea.
Yeah.
Get you right, baby.
An athlete, a lover, and just a normal dude that just tries to be good, you know?
You want to ride off that positivity wave. That's what you. Yep.
Yeah.
I like to hear that. Your main slogan for Monroe Nutrition is "We are Monroe," and I know my sister went to school with you.
Mm-hmm.
And so, what year did you graduate? 15?
I graduated 2015. Yeah.
2015. Yeah, because I graduated 2011. So yeah, you were about 4 years behind me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you just, is that where you grew up? You grew up here your whole life?
Yeah, born and raised in Monroe. Me and my friends, like, it's crazy because, we used to ride our bikes around all of Monroe. Like, when I say all of Monroe, like
the whole city, me too.
Like everywhere, and like, so I've seen this city through and through, but I've always loved this place. I've always had a love for Monroe.
See, I grew up in Maybe.
Okay.
Just right the outskirts, and then we moved in my high school years. We moved into on Elm Street, and that was when I got the city. I walked this fucking city, and I did fall in love with it. But I was also a part of the assholes, the people that were like, what I say is I was part of like the people that didn't give a shit about the city. So yeah. I and like some group of friends, like they're out doing better shit now. They're grown-ups now and they got kids and jobs and shit, but some of them come at me and they're like, dude, there's nothing for me in Monroe. And I'm like, the problem is we were assholes and we were trying to diminish Monroe,
right,
when there was a ton of shit going on in Monroe. And once you start doing it, you just open up. There's so many people doing it, and now it's the nicest place I've ever been to. There's cool people everywhere.
It's all about perspective, really.
It's all about where you're at. Like you can find a shitty neighborhood in any fucking city.
Absolutely.
And that's the thing is now, and you can find good people in that city.
Yeah.
That are like, dude, I want to fucking make this better, dude.
Right. 100%.
And it's actually getting a lot more. A lot of the people like that I knew from when we were kids that weren't really doing nothing good, they're all starting to grow up and do better. And I honestly feel like Monroe is getting to be a better place.
Oh, 100%. I love Monroe and I love the direction that we're going. And it's what it is that I feel like is it's guys like yourself, guys like me, guys that your Tinos, your Mikey, Dev, all these people that they want to see other people win too, so everyone's working, but they're also like excited and they lift each other up.
Like, what's the point of being in a great city if not everybody's great?
Right.
If everybody's great walking around with a smile on their face, you're going to have a good fucking time.
Exactly.
Man, that's a great thing. You named off everybody in Monroe doing so. They're all good people, dude. You did last Friday was your breast cancer event?
Yeah, it was actually on my birthday. We did a breast cancer event. We did one before and it went really well. And so the company that we do it with, or the organization I should say, is called the Pink Fund. And Brooklyn Lambert, she does like all the pageants and everything. She's really good at it. But she's the one that kind of like, she's like the middleman between us. Okay. And it was just cool because they were sending us stuff all throughout time, like, hey, you helped this lady pay her rent and here's a paragraph from her, and like you get to see real perspectives.
Oh, and you get to actually the people you helped personally. That's nice.
So I was just like, she brought it back and she was like, hey, would you want to do another event? And I was like, yeah, no question about it, let's do it.
Because if you help somebody, it's not like you're forcing them to make a note. They're writing a note out of their, oh my God, this person, I don't even know this person. Why is he fucking helping me? I'm going to say thank you, something,
Right.
And then that right there makes your heart feel warm. And that just, that does make you feel
I heard a quote once. It was like, the highest form of living is to give. And like, That's so true. You know, like, I mean, right when like the shop opened and stuff, like, you know, we were doing really good. I mean, we're still doing good, right?
Yeah.
But this was like the first time in my life that I was like seeing, you know, money come in like that. And it was nice, but like what ultimately filled me up is like helping a friend who, you know, needed a couple bucks or something like
Yeah.
that, like, or just giving time or
Or shit,
anything.
helping some friends that need jobs
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff like that. Like now I got you a fucking, now you're paying your rent
Right,
every month.
right.
You know, come work here. And that's real nice because you get people, and then if they're friends, they get more a little bit they're interested in the business. My friend's running the business. Maybe, you know,
Yeah.
like we were saying before the show started. That's that motivation some people need, and just to see like, oh my god, dude, that's Jeff Copi. We used to ride bikes. We used to ride
Yeah,
bikes around Monroe like hoodlums, and now look at what he's doing. He's in the middle of Monroe, just
yeah,
handing out teas and shakes, bro.
right.
And that's just where it starts. And these people, like you're really in tune with the community, and it's all coming together. You're in this whole entire, you networked with somebody doing something else, and she helped you get to the breast cancer. Now you're entwined. That's where the networking explodes.
Right.
That's when did you guys open? Did you guys open after COVID or before?
So we opened August 12th of 2021 or August 10th of 2021. And I actually signed the lease on April 22nd of 2021. So on my
So
birthday last year.
so you okay, so you signed the lease last year
Mhm.
on your birthday, and then this year. That's fucking cool. So what you just went in there and upgraded that shop and get it to where it needed to go?
Yeah, yeah. Basically, like, you know, some friends helped out a lot. We painted. We had to run like pipes and stuff to get like water flowing and like a
Oh,
sewage
for
and
your,
stuff.
yep.
So we, you know, there was a lot of that work, but you know, I was just blessed to meet like some people that could help me with that and do it at a little bit of a discounted rate, you know. So that was cool to save a
Well,
buck here
yeah,
and there, you
even,
know.
yep, because people want to see you do good, and they're like, hey man, I'll help you out, you know,
Yeah, absolutely. So
because now you're going to turn around and help them out if they need help and shit like
absolutely,
that.
yeah.
Did were you scared to open like after COVID, when the COVID shit hit? Were you scared? Like,
Mhm.
were you,
So here's my thing is like I ain't never really been scared of um going after this is because I was so connected with my purpose and my passion. Like a lot of people don't know, but I had moved out to Grand Haven, Michigan and opened one up in a super seasonal location. I wasn't familiar with it, but it was on the boardwalk, right?
yeah,
So it was like the day after Labor Day. Like there was nobody around. So there went from being like over 1 million people there in July to nobody being there in September, right?
oh,
And I was 19 years old, but then I moved back here and you know, I have some amazing friends that let me sleep on their couch for months and out. You know, I didn't have
and you
any.
had a blueprint of the how the business
Yes.
worked,
Yeah. I moved
but
back
you
with like
just
20
needed a
bucks. Yeah. And I just, yeah.
location, dude.
Yeah. So I had the vision and I thought about it every single day. So that started back at the end of 2018 that, you know, and I
The
just kept,
bug got planted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when it was game time, like, you know,
Was this like, was nutrition a focus from when you were a kid? Because you said you were an athlete. Were you
yeah,
an athlete like
I knew
your whole,
nothing about nutrition when I was younger, and I wish I did, but
would have helped you out
it would have helped me
athletically?
out a lot, and it
Yeah.
helped a lot of my friends out too, who were very talented and gifted. That, you know, if we would have had better nutrition, who knows where we would have been, right?
The whole fucking team could have went
Yeah,
somewhere. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. You know, and
All spunked up on this fucking tea out here killing kids, dude.
right, right. I mean, I'd eat a Pop Tart in the middle of the day and then not eat again until maybe right before I went to bed. And like that's no
That's
way
not
to,
good. That's
no,
not no good.
not at all. So, but really, the nutrition is as well a platform because a lot of people ask me like, "Yo, do you do personal training? Are you a trainer? You should be a trainer." Because you know I work out and stuff
Yeah.
too, but you know the workout's not the passion. It's how I can connect with people on like a personal and mental level while using the nutrition, right?
Right. Because it starts with the gut. the whole workout process starts with what you eat.
Yeah, 100%.
And you gotta. So now you're giving them. So you're more like a life coach. Sort of.
Yeah, in a way, like I like to perceive myself like that. I've worked with life coaches that have really helped me shift my perspective. And I've worked with some great motivational speakers like Eric Thomas, he's #1 in the world right now. Inky Johnson, and just some of these great people that
you worked with Eric Thomas.
Yeah, I actually went on tour with them when I was 19 years old.
You're Josh's favorite person.
You have just become one of my favorite.
That's awesome. Yeah,
you're God now.
Hey, when if you ever want to meet him, let me know.
I do.
We want to talk to him.
The most humble guy I've ever met in my life. Like, it's crazy. If we got a sec, I'll tell you a quick story. I knew he was going to be at Michigan State, right? So it was my first week up at Central Michigan. Remind you, I went to college for a semester, right? So
me too. I went to Michigan State for a semester.
One semester. I didn't make it.
That's all I needed, baby.
Right. So I found out he was doing like this free thing at Michigan State. So we drove over there. We're looking for this place. We're walking all over the campus. And we're like, we think this is it. And then this black Cadillac, big body, pulls up. And out the back comes Eric Thomas. And he walks straight up to me. And I'm like shaking, like, because I'd been listening to E.T. since I was 14 years old.
Yeah. He's the whole reason I have this nutritional shit, bro.
Right. And so now I'm 18 and I'm like, oh my gosh. And he walks up, shakes my hand. He's like, how you doing? I'm Eric Thomas. I'm like,
I know.
Right. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm very clear who you are. He's like, you guys coming in? You guys going to watch? And, from there, it's just amazing,
I want to be, I feel like I have a story, been through some shit, and I've crawled out of a hole, and I want to be a type of motivational speaker, like it would be definitely different because of the way that I talk and the way that I present myself, but it's like anybody can find it.
Oh yeah, and here's my thing about that is like there's people that you can touch that I can't,
and then people
that you can touch that Eric Thomas can't. So there's people are gonna,
E.T. and Gary V are my two favorite.
Dude, yeah, Gary
I listen to whatever they say goes in my book.
Yeah, 100%. So.
Yeah, he worships them.
That's awesome.
It's kind of weird.
That's awesome.
But that's actually pretty cool. That's actually a synchronicity wave because Josh probably started salivating at his mouth when you said that. Oh no, E.T. and he was like, what? Jeff Copi's that cool.
That's awesome. Hey, just God's led me in the right path a few times, so I appreciate it.
No, but it is luck. Is when opportunity. What is it? When preparation meets opportunity, right?
When you're ready for that,
you gotta get lucky. You're prepared
because I tell a lot of people there's opportunities everywhere. Are you ready to take it?
Right?
Do you have everything to take that opportunity? Because all it is you see the opportunity, you open that door, and it just opens up.
100%,
and just way opens up and shit, dude. I just did that being a drag queen.
Yeah, I was like, man, this dude, like, I was like, they're doing it all. I love it.
But it opened doors.
Yeah.
Like now I can think of a whole bunch of shit that a drag queen can do.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit. Nothing. I got my cousins. We're at my cousin's funeral, and I got my cousins telling me ideas that a drag queen can do because they were like, dude, that was fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think you should name that drag queen. And then start doing videos like where that
Grandma Goik, I named her.
Okay, yep. And then where that drag queen appears.
I can't find a voice. I can't. I want to use like the old lady voice that like smoked too much cigarettes.
There you go.
I
just go with it. Just make it happen.
Just try it. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think the hardest part of characters is the voice.
Is making the selling it.
Yeah, I mean, but here's the thing: is like. You have a voice, like you have a really good like speaking voice.
I can change it in a lot of different ways and manipulate it. I've been learning how to do that lately. Just be sitting in my house making weird noises. My wife looks at me like I'm crazy. But I'm like, dude, like I feel like I can make a whole song with just my mouth, like the beat and everything.
I believe in you. I bet you could.
Yeah, and I was just sitting here because when me and Josh sit here on these mics and just I got the earphones in and I can hear myself. I fuck around and do a lot of stupid shit.
Yeah.
and sometimes it's good and stuff. I just wish my wife would be on camera because I'll just put cameras everywhere. Because me and her life is a sitcom.
Oh yeah.
We're in there. we're in there fucking arguing about the stupidest shit because I don't know and she does. And,
Yeah.
you know, it's the funniest shit ever. And the stupid arguments that we had, not like they're not arguments, like scuffles, just stupid shit we talk about, period.
Yeah.
It's just great. It's great, dude.
That's funny. I mean, you guys are very entertaining, but like at the same time, like people can relate, you know. And I
personal.
think
that's because I told Josh, I was like, who wants to listen to two dudes, just two nobodies, talk shit and jerk each other's brains off? And that's what Brain Jerk came from. And I was serious, like, what the fuck? And then it actually started working. He's like, just do it. It'll work. And I just listen to Josh. That's basically what I do.
Well, that's the thing, is like, you guys are so authentic in who you are that a lot of people, that's what they want. But like, they try to, you know, there's that social media persona of that, hey, I have to try to be this person and not someone I truly am. So when they can connect to that inner kid in them and you guys bring that out of them, they're like, okay, yeah, no doubt. Like, this is what I want.
Yeah, because
you know?
everybody's just a older kid.
That's it. That's
everybody, even 80-year-old man is an older child.
Yeah. And I feel like what gets us depressed and sad sometimes is we drift away from the things that we wanted when we were kids, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, quick story for you. We were in Florida over the weekend, and we went to Cocoa Beach, and my girl was like, come on, we're about to go like swimming. So I'm like, all right, I'm dipping my feet in. She's like, no, like, we're going out in the waves. And she went in. I was like, yeah, no way. And then I was like, you know what? Whatever. Like, I'm just doing it. Right. And I had so much fun, and it brought me back to being that kid again and just enjoying and being present. And
feeling like you're gonna die from these waves taking you under.
And I'm getting like pummeled off, you know, and I'm like, let's go again. And you know, she finally was like, all right, we got to get you out of this water, you're getting sunburnt, like, you know, like, but just connecting to that inner kid is just huge.
A lot of it is, that's exactly what like, I'm talking to my cousins. I grew up with these guys, and they're like, man, you always grew up like this, you were always unicorn. I said, yeah, but I started trying to become a man. I thought that I had to be a man, so I changed my persona, and then apparently I thought the man was to be the tough guy.
Yeah.
And I told my cousin yesterday, I said, I fought so many people in my life and got into physical altercations, and I never wanted to touch somebody negatively in my whole life. I always felt bad from punching somebody or being punched. It never felt good. Like, I never wanted to hurt somebody, but I was doing it because that was what men do.
Right.
You disrespect me, I beat you up. Aha, my cock's bigger. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm glad I fucking got in that motorcycle accident, so I can feel. I don't care no more. I died. I can be whoever I want to be.
Yeah.
What the fuck? What you said? I was there. I was there once. Now I'm back. You know, and that's not how I wanted to go out, as somebody I wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, so and being me has got me the farthest I've ever got in life.
Right.
And I think that's the main thing people need to do is stop straying from, like you said, from being a kid.
Yeah.
Like, enjoy that shit. Because sometimes people yesterday, my brother was like, okay, we're going to tear off. My brother just bought a house and he's cleaning it out and fixing it up and gonna rent it out. And his daughter's like, I'm not going to touch that dusty wallpaper or nothing like that. And I was just like, you're a kid.
Yeah.
This is like experience that, like, you're 11 years old and you ripped off wallpaper and helped rebuild a house. Right. You know, and like, this is all free experience, and something funny is going to happen. Something funny always happens.
Oh yeah.
And just enjoying that shit. And I think you enjoy learning shit as you get older.
Absolutely.
Because now I never had a interest in nutrition, but now I know somebody in nutrition. Now I'm like asking you, like, well, like, for instance, what do these teas do and like the shakes do? Because they taste fucking delicious.
Yeah.
That's my question to you. Like, how do you do the nutrition, like make it nutritional and flavorful at the same time?
Right. So I work for a nutrition company, and it's actually the #1 in the world. And so what we do is these are called Tbombs, right? So we'll put tea in there that is a thermogenic tea, which will help your metabolism get rolling and get that's why if like maybe if you drink it you feel like a little bit hungry in a little bit, you know, so it gets your metabolism going and it burns calories, right? They say it burns about
just the tea. Is it like caffeine based? Or?
Yeah, it has some caffeine in it, but it's like a green tea, black tea, and stuff like that. So and then we put aloe in there, which helps your digestive health and helps your gut like feel soothed. And it helps your body absorb some nutrients. And then we put a lift off tablet in there, which is an energy tablet, but also has some vitamins in it as well. My bad, my keys just dropped. And then we put some sugar-free drink mixes that the company, they bought another company and then brought it up to standard. So, you know, in it, you're just, it's just a good, healthy drink that makes you feel good, but you're not going to have that crash and burn. And you're getting other benefits along the way compared to drinking 4 cups of coffee or the Monsters and the Red Bulls that truly makes you feel really bad.
And then you crash. You hardcore. I hate energy. When I was a kid, I liked them shits, but now it like makes me feel worse. 20 minutes later, like I'm spunked up, right? Exactly. Now I'm dead. And so you use natural ingredients to try to
Yep. So the company takes care of it all. They paired with doctors and scientists, like top in the world.
So that's that. So you work for a company?
So I'm like a independent, independent distributor for them. Which really, like, you know, I got plugged into that when I was 18 years old, and what did it for me was the personal growth that people were on, the personal growth journey, personal development. Everybody wanted to see everybody win, and it was
somebody losing weight. And now his mental, because when you start losing that, you start feeling better about yourself. You start opening up mentally, and you know, you stop. That's so you get to see these people every day come in. Hey man, you lost some weight.
And it made it truly, you know, someone put it into perspective is like, I feel like when I was a kid, I always wanted to be like a superhero. So like I'm stronger than the average person. I have abs like an action figure, and then I save people's lives daily, you know, and like,
I mean, it's close.
Yeah.
It's very close.
Yeah.
So that
so it's like
that was your dream. You wanted to be a superhero, and you're fucking doing it, dude.
Man.
It takes a lot of crunches, dude. It takes a lot of crunches.
Right. But it's all about, you know, perspective. You know, it's totally about perspective.
You can be a superhero. I feel like a superhero too.
Oh, you 100% are.
I'm a big old giant dude, but I feel like a superhero.
Man, I haven't shared this with you guys yet, but there was somebody in my life who I asked them about you guys, right? I was like, who are these guys? And that person was so negative in their thoughts that they at first gave me a negative persona on you guys, right?
Okay.
And so I bought into it, but I never thought much into it. I was like, okay,
because that's the first thing you fucking hear.
Right.
And that's perspective, like you said.
Yeah. And then I got to meet you guys, and I was like, these guys are the most authentic, coolest guys I've ever met in my life. Like, they're just them. And I love that. And I was just like thinking about it. I'm like, I'm so happy that I met these guys, and like just like how cool you guys are and everything. So
and the perspective thing is maybe that person was in a negative light or something, or maybe they just didn't like what we were doing, you know, because not everybody likes what you're doing.
And I feel like you don't have to like what somebody's doing to respect them, you know. So and I think that's a, you know, a whole conversation in itself. But you know, there's really no reason not to respect people unless they give you a true, authentic reason not to, you know.
And then if they screw you over or something stupid like that, then you have your own. That's your own fucking. You're the judge of your own shit like that.
Right.
But I get it though. I totally get it. There's a whole bunch of, we say abrasive shit, and sometimes like in the morning shows, it's just, I'm waking up. I'm ready to roll, dude. I'm off of a coffee and I'm ready to rumble. You know,
you do something for 500 and something days in a row, there's going to be gold and there's going to be shit.
100%, you know, and that's all part of the journey though. That's part of it, you know,
and it shows you like the growth and the stuff. Like, for instance, where do you see Monroe Nutrition going in the future?
You know,
Jeff Copi, where are you going to the future?
So I've always said, and you know, different people have different perspectives about this, but I've always said I'll be a millionaire by 30. And it's not so much about the money, but like I love just to put people on and like help people. Like that is my thing, you know. And it's like
More people you like you saying, if you're putting them on, now they have something, then now you guys can all work together. Now you can all be millionaires.
Right, exactly.
Now it's not just you, it's my whole team.
Right. Yeah. And so, you know, there's been like this huge cycle in my family where people just work, pay bills, and die. And a lot of people like they don't even pay the bills. Like they can't even, you know what I'm saying? So it's really to change that. You know, I'm starting to get into I'm at the beginning stages of you know, buying homes and flipping them just for, you know, extra and stuff. And what I really want to do out of all this is expand with Monroe Nutrition, do, you know, have other locations and just do more spiritual journeys, grow myself more. I'm working with life coaches. I'm actually about to do this program that helps get rid of blocks like in your mind.
Fuck.
And
let me know about that.
Definitely. It's called Landmark. So it's like a weekend long. And you know, just a lot more growth.
Opening your mind.
Yeah, and working on myself and you know, just truly manifesting, praying, and just believing in the journey of what is for me. And
it's believing in yourself. You're believing in yourself, and you're holding yourself accountable to like do all these goals and shit.
Let's not forget, it ain't about the destination. It's
Right.
about the journey.
Yeah, it is. And that's what it is. It's all about the process. And I think Kobe Bryant said it probably the best. It's like, you know, those days that you get up early and you show up and, you know, even when you don't want to, and you do the workouts, you do the work, you do all that, like that's actually the dream. Yeah. You know, the other stuff is just the destination. You know,
yeah, that's actually you scored 40 points, but you know what I did to score 40 points?
Yeah,
dude, I shot fucking 9,000 jumpers, dude.
Right.
And dude, Kobe was the hardest worker. He was one of the hardest workers there ever was.
Yeah,
he was bitching at Shaq because he wasn't working hard enough.
Yeah,
he's like, you could be way better.
Oh yeah,
you know?
I mean, and I think it's, you know, kind of a little bit how we talked about, like some of that stuff we don't see until after the person's gone, and like people like really didn't, I feel like, totally respect and see Kobe's work ethic until after he had passed.
Yep. And then holy shit, he changed basketball. Yeah, like he was the dude that did it sun up to sundown, didn't stop and stuff. I think it's like even like Steph Curry, the way he's grown.
Yeah,
he came in, he was nobody when he come in.
Right.
He was barely making layups and shit. Now this motherfucker can shoot the ball from the stands and make it. and it's all. He had a good coach too. When Steve Kerr came 100%. In, so it's like it's the whole process. You got to learn how to work with these people. Like same thing with you got to learn how to work with other businesses.
Right.
You still have to be on a team. You still have to work for a greater good.
Right.
Like, and your greater good is making Monroe just a better place.
Right.
And how do you make the world a better place? You start with where you live.
Yeah.
And if you can make 30,000 people better, let's go do like 100,000.
Right.
100,000.
And it's almost like a chain reaction, because, you know, if I can make 10, well, all 10 of those people can make 5. And all 5 of those 50. People can do. You know what I'm saying? So
and negativity, just like positivity, spreads.
Yeah.
Just like a disease.
Yeah.
You smile, fucking dude, a hug.
Yeah.
A simple hug. Fucking change somebody's whole entire perspective of a day.
Right.
Wow, it's actually pretty sunny out today.
Yeah.
Was there any any obstacles you've had to come over since having the actual store?
Yeah, well, you know, since having the store, there, you know, there's always going to be obstacles, and what I've learned is it's really just like growth moments, right? Because, you know, there's been times where, you know, well, let's start off, you know, I got 3 months free rent, right?
Okay.
And the people who took the job for doing like the plumbing and everything, you know, they thought they'd be able to be done in 2 weeks, but it took them 3 months. You know, and that's
because they run into some problems. It's
right.
Bullshit.
Yeah. And that's not saying that they're bad or anything. Yeah. It's just they had other jobs too going on and everything. So I'm thinking I'm going to be open, you know, by June, and I wasn't open till middle of August, you know? And so you know, you have that, you have people who come and they work for you, and you know, it just isn't a fit, you know,
Yeah.
and that's okay. And then, you know, I got really caught up with me, you know. I think this is one of like the big things is I started seeing money roll in, you know, like a lot of money rolling in. And so like the first 3 months, like I was just going out picking up everybody's tab anywhere we went, spending
stupid money,
thousands, but
just being stupid,
just
yeah.
being, and doing stuff that I said, like, once I get to this, I will not, like, I won't do that stuff. And I got caught up in the moment.
You felt good.
And almost started acting like kind of someone I wasn't, you know, in a way, like started walking around,
getting swallowed in the
ego,
in the money. Yep.
Pride, all that stuff. And, you know, then it was like the first 2 weeks of December, and it was like, or of January. And it was like, you know, people spent so much on Christmas, people spent so much on this, that, and the other. And it's the first of the year, and people aren't rolling in. And I hadn't done the work because I got comfortable. And so like it was like business dropped, and I was like,
oh fuck.
Oh yeah, literally my words. And you know, then stuff started happening, problems. People you know, that I thought were riding with me were kind of like, no, I'm good, you know. Like they backed out. And so, you know, you run into that stuff, but all that was like, yo, like before like things get really busy and really big, like, you know, God was like, let me make you back into the person you're supposed to be. Like, you know,
take a step back and take a breath.
So it was a challenge, but it was a blessing at the same time, because you can see who's riding for you.
Well, you learned,
you know,
you learned, and now that gives you the chance. You if you go back to that, that means you haven't learned,
right?
You know, but like now, if money starts rolling in real good,
you're
not gonna get real weird like that, real comfortable, and I'll pick up the fucking talent. And now I see like you're investing into trying to flip houses and all that stuff. You gotta find something to do with it other than fun, too, because you gotta keep building. You gotta keep building a fucking empire. That's what my brother's doing, that too. Like he's a supervisor, a good company, you know, got a nice 401k, all this bullshit, you know, and he just wants more. He's like, dude, I kind of just want to do it for myself sometimes too. Like I want to be my own boss. I don't want to work for somebody my whole life.
Absolutely.
Everybody wants that freedom. More than money, it's the freedom.
Yeah, but being a boss doesn't make you free.
And
now you're you're the boss of yourself, ain't you?
Right.
And it's harder.
And free is a mindset, though.
Correct.
So here's what I mean is like, so my friend Garen Jones was locked up for he was a mule, actually, and he knew what was in there, but they told him drive the car, right? And so he gets locked up in a Mexico prison, and he read the book The Power of Positive Thinking, right, when he was in there. And they talked about like free, like being free, and it's a mindset. And so in his head he would I'm free, right? 6 years later they came to him and said, Garen, you're free to go, the drugs were fake. And after already being tested 3 times. So that right there shows me freedom is a mindset, and it's just about how you choose. What are your thoughts during the day?
That is,
you know,
the mind brought me all the way to wanting to die.
Yeah.
And then it literally turned around when I tried to, or when I wasn't physically able to do anything. But when I asked for somebody to help me do this, and my father said, no, fuck, I'm not gonna help you. Look at what you did already, you know?
Right.
And he left the room for an hour.
Yeah.
He comes back in. Holy fucking shit. I'm crying. I'm all sad. He took all because I told him, I said, just give me more pills than what I need, and let me fucking just go out away and then come back and then call the cops or something. That's why I was ready.
Yeah.
I was ready. And just him he made me take a breath, but he took everything out of the room and left me for an hour to sit and dwell in my sadness. And I really thought about where I came from, like a 5% chance of survival. I wasn't supposed to be here anyway. So, and that made me realize what life really was. And then that is what exploded into this, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, and it's all that it was all that mindset. Because once I said I'm here
Mhm.
and other people haven't been able to do this, I want to be the first guy to come from literally nothing and build myself up to what you just told me I'm not going to walk again. I'm going to walk again.
Right.
I'm under 30 years old and I'm a fucking big guy.
Yeah.
You can't tote me in a wheelchair.
Right.
My wife is 140 pounds soaking wet, dude. You think she's going to fucking push me in a wheelchair? Dude, hell
You're
no, I need a
right.
tow truck,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
And so holding yourself accountable, I was my own boss of my own recovery. These doctors are telling me, these bosses of my recovery
Right.
were telling me I was never going to do this. I was never
Yeah.
going to do this. You're going to be medicated your whole entire life.
Mhm.
And I said, I don't want to.
Right.
So I was the boss of that. But like now you're not only the boss of yourself, you're the boss of other people.
Right.
How does that work for you?
You know, so it gets easy to get caught up in, you know, the drama, you know, because no matter where you go, there's going to be drama anywhere,
People hate
right?
their life sometimes, dude.
And it's easy to get caught up in that stuff, but it's, you know, it's also easy not to, you know, and like, I just come at things at like a different approach. Like, I don't ever make people feel like I'm their boss or anything, you know. I'm just like cool with them.
You don't try to belittle them.
Yeah, and
because that's the biggest thing
Mhm.
that happens with employees and
Right.
employers is the belittling. Like you're just a fucking
Yeah.
There's
just
a difference between a boss and a leader.
Yep.
Yeah, and like I ask them questions like, "Yo, like how's your mental health?" Like "Yo, like how are things going?" You know, and I think that just like makes them rock with me more because
you don't feel like a boss. You feel like
Right.
a homie.
Yeah.
You're a friend.
I mean, all I do is make the schedule and pay the bills. Like,
No,
you know what
that's
I'm
all-
saying?
yeah.
Like, if
it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be able to
Right.
fucking do all
at
this.
all. And like, you know, shout out to my guy Steph. Like, there's been times like even when at the beginning of the year I'm like tripping out and stuff like a little bit. He's like, "Yo, like we got this. Like, don't worry." Like, I ask him to do something, he does it.
Yep.
And you know, like he has a big future coming too. Like, he's got a great story as well. And you know, you just I mean, I have a lot of my friends working with me. And we're just growing this thing, and you know, just shout out to them really.
Yeah, because one thing I noticed, you're not the boss that's running around with the paper fucking telling them they need to do it. I see you back there doing the same thing the motherfuckers you employ do. You know, you're like you said, we're
Right.
doing this. Like,
Yeah.
it's not. I just, like you said, I pay the bills and write
Yeah.
the schedule. That's all I do.
Yeah,
You
that's
know?
it. Really.
You want to pay the bills because I don't want to. You know?
Right. Exactly.
You write the fucking paperwork, dude.
Right. And yeah, so I've never looked at it like that. I've never looked at it as the boss. And
Have you shit, have you like ever took like I forget what courses my brother takes. He takes management courses, but they're like, he says that's not what I'm more focused on. He focuses on like how to talk to people, how to talk people off of ledges, essentially, like in the work way or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, because like you said, drama arises everywhere. Shit happens, you know, people, whatever.
Conflict management.
That's good job, Josh.
Yeah, so I've never took any courses on this or anything. I've been to seminars and watched been coachable and let other leaders, you know, listen to them. But you know what it is every morning I do personal development. So at least 10 to 15 minutes of it, and I'll like listen to a video. I'm not gonna say I read every day because I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I want to be careful how I say this, but I'm not the best reader, right?
Yeah.
So I get distracted really easy. But like, I'll listen to videos and just listen to different speakers and different people who, you know, like I really like Eric Thomas, Kevin Hart, Tony
People
Robbins.
who found it, who found it, and they're doing it because like they're being truthful about their struggles,
right,
and shit like that. And that's where you need to derive your information from, like stuff like that. Somebody that's going through this shit, not somebody that's like, oh, my life is great all the fucking time and this is how I do it. You gotta, because there's struggles in every fucking life there is. An old man told me the best thing ever. He said, all life is a bunch of trauma, and you figure out how to deal with all of it.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you better.
I like that.
And I'm like, I was kind of that was kind of harsh.
Most truths are.
Yeah.
Because that's what I, you know, because I told him I went through all the trauma shit. He's like, dude, you have a lifetime full of trauma.
Yeah.
In just one incident, you got the fucking golden path.
Yeah.
You figured it out already,
Yeah.
you know? And because like he's saying, it took me till I was 60 till I realized I was on my way out to be a good person.
Right.
Now he's fucking 85 and he, you know, I've been doing it for 25 years. I'm fucking badass,
Yeah.
you know? But and now I just think maybe if I can just have people, I just want people to I want people to cry with.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel that.
And like, cause like I fucking honestly, as a man, I cry a lot.
Mhm.
Sometimes I just need it. Dude, I'll cry on my wife's chest when I go home right now for nothing.
Right.
Just the shit building up, just I need to let it out.
Yeah.
Crying doesn't make you not a man.
Yeah. And
Right,
then
at all. It doesn't
yeah,
make you not a man.
and that's the problem with like
yeah.
when you're growing up to be, I feel like a lot of the generations before us were real focused man, woman.
So they
this,
say.
that. Yes.
So they say to us, you know.
And I was raised, okay, so maybe my dad was raised to be a man
Yeah.
by a man.
Yeah.
And he tried to raise me like that. I
Mhm.
mean, then I wanted to be my own man. And
Yeah.
I started getting into tough crowds, rough crowds,
Mhm.
stupid people, and
But see, that in my opinion, all that is confusion on what a man is.
Right.
yeah, and
That's
that's what it
none
is.
of that is
Yeah.
what makes a man. What makes a man is the content of your heart. What makes a man is if you're going to say and do what you say. What makes a man is that you follow. You're not following people blindly, but you're helping people. You're leading them. You're not bossing them around. That stuff that society says makes a man. That's not what a man is. That just makes you macho.
Right.
Yeah, because I feel more of a man than I've ever been in my whole life, and
Mhm.
I can't lift more than 25 pounds and walk with it. I can't,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? And but some of the shit, like I even tell Josh sometimes, some of the shit that I felt manly about, I could move a fucking fridge like it was nothing.
Yeah.
I could, and all that stuff. If you needed somebody to move, I was
Mhm.
always there, you
Yeah.
know? And now I
Mhm.
have to watch you move shit. I
Mhm.
can't carry a case of pop up these
Mhm.
stairs. I
Mhm.
really can't.
Right.
And it just sits there like I used to be that guy, and
Yeah.
it took away from the manhood. And that's what Josh has expressed to me. That's not what
No,
you're
yeah.
truthful with yourself. You're truthful with
Mhm.
everybody. You give paths for people
Yeah.
that maybe don't know how to do it. And like I'm truthful about, like, because if you're a man and you say, oh, I'm never sad, I'm always good to go,
Yeah.
you're a liar, bro.
Yeah, that's all you are, is a liar.
You're a liar, dude, because I
How
get
about
sad all the
this?
time.
A man follows his dreams no matter what anybody says too. And look at you this past Friday.
Yeah,
That-
I was
I
fucking
don't care if you
drag queen.
dressed
That
up
was
in women's
awesome.
clothing. That it took a man, it took
Mhm.
balls to get out there and do that in
Mhm.
front
My
of
balls were
200
tucked.
250 people. You went out there and dressed up like a woman and danced around for fun,
Yeah,
Right.
and that was
just to make people laugh, to make them feel better.
the way that they looked at me and they were
Mhm.
laughing and stuff. It just made me feel like I was made to be there.
Yeah.
Like I don't even care if it was me dressed as a girl or dressed as fucking Barney.
Yeah.
That was still that was awesome. I don't care what it was. Everybody there was just so lit, and just, I mean, it was I judge my good times on
Mhm.
how other people are.
Yeah.
Like everybody in that motherfucker had a smile on their face. There wasn't a sad person in there.
Yeah, because you care about people.
Yeah, and that's what makes me feel good.
Yeah. And I think what, just looking at both of you guys, what the quote that comes to my head when like just seeing you guys is, you guys let your light shine. And what you do by doing that is you subconsciously let other people let their light shine,
Yep.
because you're becoming the best version of you.
Yep. And
that allows people to be,
Yep.
and I don't know the quote word for word, but it's something like that. Yeah.
Well, and then like you said, dude, my favorite thing is helping other people and bringing people up.
Yeah.
Like this whole brain jerk thing it's been built on helping everybody else get seen.
And I'm a witness of it, watching you guys showing up, even like it's never been about money for you guys. Like you guys just show up, and then when you show up, you're there to like Like I walked into Pete's garage, you guys are like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?"
Yeah.
Like I was like the main attraction or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Dang, this is sweet!" Like
just because we're loud.
yeah. But it's just you guys just being you, and that's the greatest form.
Well,
really.
I love.
Yeah,
Like, dude, I tell my wife I love her way too many times because I do love her. I tell my friends I
Yeah.
love them way too many times.
yeah. Well, love is the strongest force ever.
Yep, and that's, dude, it's just.
Well, isn't this the saying is as long as you walk through love, all your dreams will come true.
Yep.
I know that's right.
And dude, and love brings people out like for I have a good team for me helping me. It's not that I just took pills because I'm cool. Like I just don't want to take pills because I'm better than everybody. I do it because I have a team.
Yeah.
I'll fucking dude. I called Josh after I heard that my cousin died, and I had a tough time. I had to cry it out to him.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I was fucking too sad and I didn't know how to feel. I was really confused. I was really, I was out there. I didn't know what to fucking feel.
And on top of that, I was heading into work and I was literally took 45 minutes out of my time to go into work
just to sit
stop
there
and hear, listen to
That's
him and talk
awesome.
to him.
That's awesome.
And that's my medicine though.
Yeah.
That's where the medicine is people, they know that I need to reach out.
Yeah.
And if I do reach out, the motherfucker sits in his truck and listens to me cry for fucking 45 minutes.
I was 40 minutes late to work.
Yep. And then people at his work, they understand.
Yeah.
Like I had to fucking help somebody real quick, and
yeah.
And that's just,
but that's how we have to set up our lives.
People need to do that.
We have to
more.
set up our lives in order to help other people.
Yeah. And that's, I love like when people don't go with the norm, like they don't go with just the cycles of things and like how things are like from hey, we say you have to do it like this, so do it like this. Like I love when they break those norms and then start, doing other things. How you did with, you're like, all right, well, I'm not taking pills, but I'm going to do it this way. And like, this is how I'm going to help my mental health.
Yeah.
And, just like you guys, like if I looked at from the outside looking in, if I looked at this, it'd be like almost like a, I don't even know how to explain, but you guys are just so authentic in who you are, and but it's not fake. Like you guys love each other.
Yeah.
Like
we really do. Yeah.
Like like as best friends, brothers.
Like and when I say like I go out and I tell everybody I love them. I love everybody. If you're a human being on this earth, I love you.
Yeah.
Like it just try.
I don't
Try
want
to get yourself out of whatever you're into.
Yeah.
I don't want anybody to fail. I don't care if you've done me wrong, if we're not friends anymore. I still don't want anybody to fail.
That's
And I can see that with
maybe
you guys.
I won't
definitely.
support you anymore. Maybe I won't help you out, but I still don't want you to fail.
I'm not praying on your downfall.
Never,
Right.
never, ever.
Because when you do that, all you do is like you're almost attracting darkness into yourself instead of letting your light glow. Like if you're preying on someone else's downfall or wanting them to fail, like then you're circling the negative energy.
You're just
in your
letting letting darkness come.
Yeah, and you're focusing on lack when really, like, here's the deal. Like if we focused on collaboration over competition, like we realize like there's room for everybody.
Yes,
there really
sir.
is.
Yes, sir. That's what we keep trying to
You
show
can do
everybody, dude. Like we work with everyone, anybody and everybody that'll work with us. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Let's go. This whole city needs to work together. Quit being stuck up. Quit working, being greedy, and let's work together and make the city better.
Throw those egos out of the fucking window.
Yeah.
Let's
come
build
join
this
us.
damn city the way it should be. Let's make this city fun. There's things that can be done to make people come here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I see
Not
that.
just the dispensaries, people.
Right. There's entertainment here. We just things gotta be done to change.
Yeah,
People gotta
say
change
there's
their
nothing
mindsets.
going on in Monroe.
I think it's hotter than it's ever been.
I
honestly.
can't even fucking sit down
Yeah.
for a minute and without even hearing another thing. Oh, I gotta get ready for this. I gotta
Right.
this is going on. What?
Yeah.
Hey, and to me, it ain't enough.
Yeah.
Right.
It ain't enough. Summer's coming and it's time to get going. I want us all to be in the community. I want us to be doing like community days. All of us, you too, Jeff. I want us all to work together to make this community better.
And that's what it is I think like the people that are coming up, like the younger generation like us, like dude, when I was in high school, it was so negative. It was so everybody against everybody. And now that we're all adults, we're all working with each other.
Yeah.
I'm so I hated it in high school because it was everybody against everybody. And now, like, holy shit, dude, I'm friends with people that I shouldn't be friends with when I was in high school or
Right.
something, you know, and like I thought that was how life was gonna be. Like,
Yeah.
just stay with your own group of friends and fucking
Mhm.
and that's not fun, dude.
No, not at all.
It's not fun. Like cause I say my group of friends was negative back in the day.
Right.
You know, and I don't want if you want to be negative, you can find negative at any corner. Any corner, dude. You can find it.
Mhm.
But
I heard this thing, it was like you know, negative is natural, but positive is on purpose. Like you see my shirt, purpose driven. You know, it's you got to wake up and you know you got to fight for that stuff. Like you got to fight to be happy.
Even
and
if you feel like you don't have a path, you still have a path.
You do. And you know, for anybody that I feel like if they don't know their purpose yet, just go back to what was it that you loved doing when you were a kid and then chase that.
That's facts, because I'm going to be honest, that's what we're doing here.
Yes.
That's all we're doing. Like real life, if we put it down to the bare basics, that's all we're doing.
Absolutely.
Look at Jeff. He was a kid and wanted to be a fucking superhero. And now he's walking around with all the traits of a fucking superhero.
Right.
You just can't fly. Okay.
Yeah, you just can't fly and you don't wear a tight suit. Okay.
Right.
You know, and that's what it is. It's like, it's not even like if you shoot for the stars, because that you wanted to be a superhero when you were little, you shot for the stars, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then now, like if you really think about it, a superhero is this, this, and this. And you know, I'm happy to say that I'm this, you know, and you feel like a superhero. So now you feel like you accomplished your goals, but you're not stopping. That's the cool thing. I feel like a superhero, but there's more shit you can be.
Right.
You to be a better superhero.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And dude, that's so cool. I never got that. That was a good correlation.
Yeah.
You put that shit together. It was
I got what would you, let's see, what trait would you say about yourself has come through the largest, as in like has come to you and benefited you the most in this in your business?
I think just like, you know, just probably just being like creating relationships and being positive, like with people, and like being positive, but just being authentic with people. Probably that. Because it's helped me create relationships, and like something I've learned is like, you know, people will quit a lot of things, but if they're really rocking with you and you really made them feel a special way, like they'll never quit on you and they'll never forget how you made them feel. It's just like, you know, with you guys with like Brain Jerk, like, you know, maybe people would stop listening, but they'll never quit on you guys because of who you guys are and who you guys show up to be. And so I believe just showing up like as myself, that's probably what's like helped me the best. Not just with like customers, but like, you know, people that, you know, I work with, and
life in general.
just life in general. Yeah.
Because literally you said you wake up every morning and take 15 minutes to try to better yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, and that's even if you're just taking a baby step, that's still forward.
Yeah.
You're not falling back.
Well, so like the life coaches that I had, they preach this art of Kaizen, which is a Japanese art of what it's called is going for a big goal in small steps. So like the first like week they had us write down 7 things that we're going to do every day. You know, and people were like, I'm going to work out for 2 hours. I'm going to read a chapter. I'm going to do this, that. And then when we were bringing these daily actions to them, they're like, okay, but how about you say you're going to work out for 10 minutes and you're going to read 1 page? Because here's the thing.
Just start.
Yeah, if you do it, if you work out for 10 minutes, chances are you're going to end up keep going. If you read 1 page, you're going to keep going. But if you accomplish that 1 page, you're going to feel good about it.
Yep.
And it's all about getting 1% better. And if you do that every day, that's 365% better throughout the year.
Yeah, but shit, over the years, it's a billion.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's days.
Yeah.
It's hard, and it's also very hard to stick to your goals and shit because there's stuff that's always going to try to take you down.
Always.
Like, for instance, like you had the people that like even said, "Oh, I got some negative shit to say about Brain Jerk." Or,
Yeah.
I guarantee there's people out there like, "Oh, fuck that Monroe Nutrition."
Oh,
shit,"
100%.
And that's just the people like maybe that's not what they want, or maybe
They
Right.
don't understand, and it's not for everybody to understand.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
But that
your journey's not for anybody but yourself to understand.
That doesn't
Right.
make you feel any difference about yourself.
No, because I know who I am.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm going to
you're
continue
raw.
to be that.
Because
Yeah.
you're raw, and that's what I'm abrasive, but I'm me 100%. And I try to make a joke out of everything, and I try to make laugh. Sometimes I'll fucking poke and make fun and make too much fun, but I mean, it's just you can poke back.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna laugh if you roast me good.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
And that's just
No, you poke back, and now it's war.
it's war.
Oh, yeah. But it's love at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's all love. I just want to see you smile, but now it's we're at war.
If T-Rup's not giving you at least a little bit of a ribbon,
little bit,
then maybe something's wrong with you.
Good.
And the people close to my life know how to shit on me back.
Yeah.
And I guess that's as far as you get with me. You got to shit back.
Yeah.
You just got to throw it back just as much.
Yeah, that's how me and all my buddies are. We're all, and I think that's something that I'm super grateful for, is like having such a tight group of friends, and that we just all love and support on each other. But here's the thing: is we're never closed off. Like, we're always, all of us have always been open and willing to make new friends, no matter who you are. And I think that's one of the greatest things is create relationships.
And the more relationships you create, the cooler shit you see, the cooler shit you get involved into, and stuff like that. If it's just you sitting at home, man, there ain't nothing new going on.
I understand why you're sad or depressed if you just sit at home or you're just doing the same thing over and over again. And they say like insanity is doing the same thing over and over, but expecting a different result. But go create some friends. Just go say hi to somebody. You never know what it could lead to.
Shit, you'll get the craziest stories from some people, dude.
Well,
craziest shit.
That's the truth, though, because basically the spark for me was meeting Darren McCarty. Okay.
Yeah.
So we went to a wrestling thing, and the whole reason I went to the wrestling thing was to meet Darren McCarty and to talk to him and try to get him to come on the show. Well, me and T-Rup are standing there scared. And I'm like, man, in my own mind, I'm like, this is it, dude. You're either gonna drive this ship where you want it to go, or you need to get off the pot. So it was just like one of those. I pulled up my bootstraps and I walked myself over there.
Because me, the guy that talks to everybody, didn't know Darren McCarty was a fucking hockey player.
Oh, really?
I seen him as a fucking comedian first.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh, yeah, he's a good comedian. Josh is like, dude, he's a 4-time Stanley Cup champion. I said, you're fucking, he's a funny guy. You're wrong. And then Josh is telling me everything about it, and everybody's coming up with this guy with fucking Detroit Red Wings jerseys, and he's signing them. I'm like, Josh, I don't even know this guy. I can't go talk to him. I don't even know what he did, dude.
Right.
Like, so you played that stick game with the puck,
right?
With that burnt biscuit, huh?
Yeah,
that's funny.
So Josh took the reins of that, and what's crazy is that's what made me start realizing it don't hurt to ask.
Right.
All I can say is no.
Yeah.
And at that point, in my mind, anything was possible.
After
that,
that
dude was like a childhood hero of mine. I grew up watching him. He might as well have been Wayne Gretzky in my eyes.
Dude,
you know what I mean? Might as well have been LeBron James to me.
And then that helped him. He's in the emails of everybody.
Yeah.
He's what's up, email? Hey man, brain jerking.
Yeah, so now I'm messaging everyone. I don't care if it's
all they
Jelly
can say
Roll or
right.
if it's who it is.
And here's the thing is like you attracted that into your life because of who you showed up to be. Like I truly believe in like, the law of attraction. And when you speak positive things out, you speak it out into the universe. Like, God, the universe, it'll all reward you with that. But if you speak negative, just be careful what comes after I am,
Just don't.
And even let's take a step further. What you intake, not only in your mouth, but through your ears, is very important. It molds the way you think.
It does.
100%.
If you hear negativity way too much,
that's what I'm very careful sometimes about, like what I listen to, because a lot of music nowadays is low vibration. So if I listen to that, I know sometimes I get in a low vibration, and then it affects people, you know, because I'm seeing, you know, about 100 people a day at least. So, or a couple hundred throughout the day, really, you know,
depending on, you know, what day it is. Yeah.
And so, you know, if I'm in a low vibrant state, then I don't get to be who I'm supposed to be for those people. So, yeah, 100%. What you listen to is
the problem. Okay, so I can take control of the room because I'm a loud guy.
Yeah,
I'm real loud. I'm big, and you know, it's tattoos all over. I just look crazy all the time. Well,
look at him now. Look at him now as you stare at him.
I walked into the funeral and everybody's crying.
Yeah,
and immediately I go look at the pictures and get some memories, and I'm sad, and there was a little note where you can write memories. All my memories with my cousin is stupid shit that we were doing.
Yeah,
you know, so I was having all this fun. I'm telling my stories that I'm writing down on this out loud, and everybody's laughing and everybody's getting going.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the drag cleaning and how my wife thinks, you know, like I'm 90% gay or whatever, and just stupid stuff, you know, and I'm just trying to make it fun. We were all laughing and having a good time. We're just, and now we're bringing up positive stories about my cousin instead of, oh man, he's gone. And now we're bringing up positive stories about when we felt the happiest when we were with him, or when we were all having a good time. And that brought the whole mood
celebrating
up.
his memory.
Everybody's fucking laughing. Everybody's in that. It made me feel good. And then my wife was like, dude, we've been here for like almost 6 hours. I'm like, we can go home, but I think I did what I 100%. Came here to do, because now we're all happy. We're leaving with smiles on the face. We're hugging each other instead of with tears. We're having, you know, maybe a little bit of tears, you know, because we're sad still, but we're smiling. We were smiling. We're having a good time. It's good to see you. I'm glad, you know, we all got together. I'm sorry it was this, but I'm glad we got together. I love you guys.
And that's because you were being who you truly were designed to be. And so you were living in purpose. So your positivity was contagious. You know, people couldn't not do it. And so now, you know, you could do that in a room where, you know, death is the focus kind of in there, right? Now imagine what you could do just in everyday life, you know?
Yeah, I know. And that's what I try to bring, because some days I wake up fucking real negative.
Me too.
And I don't want to bring that to the morning show or stuff like that. So I really try to wake up on the good side of the bed every morning, even if I don't. And sometimes it's rough and weird and shit, but if you push through it, and even if I get on the show and I'm not feeling it, I'm laughing during the show, I feel better after the show. So it's like, at least that gave me a little bit of motivation to fucking try a little bit harder, to find some positivity, you know, because everybody needs it.
Well, sometimes it's like, you know, when you work out every day, you don't want to work out every day, but you force yourself to do it, and you feel much better after.
Work out every day. So I feel that.
And no matter, you know, no matter what, whether you wanted to or not, you feel better afterwards.
Always.
Right. Yeah, because it's impossible to have any sort of depression when you're in action. That is scientifically proved. Like when you're in action, your mind doesn't operate on sadness or any of that stuff. It's like you ever went and did something, right? And you're like, man, I totally forgot about all my problems. It's because you were in action. And just like you always feel better after you get done with one of these, because you're like, my mind was operating in action.
And that's what it's weird, but I met this girl. I had a past with my wife now today, but we met. It was a good time in our lives to meet, because we both wanted somebody. She needed love. I needed, I guess, a distraction. I needed love too, but I needed like something else to worry about other than my mental health, because it was swallowing me. I was going through a ton of shit at that point. And she put 2 teenagers on my table. Now I'm a stepdad to 2 teenagers, and My life, honestly, you would think it would be so much that I exploded, but my life has never been more calm than it is now, because I feel like I have a purpose where I have a home life.
It's more than just you.
A work life.
Yeah.
You know, something like, and now I can like focus on other shit instead of just focusing on me.
Right.
And focusing on yourself sometimes it gets real fucking negative, dude.
Yeah, 100%.
Gets real fucking negative, dude. You're in there fucking.
But at the same time, you know, growth, you have to do a lot of searching through the darkness in order to grow.
Yeah, but I and then,
you know, what's the old saying? You know, a seed grows through the darkness to become that flower.
Yep. And that's what, so before that seed comes out, I fucking talked to my wife about it. We stomped that motherfucker out. You know?
Yeah.
And or you know, if it's me and my wife going through it, I'll go to Josh.
Yeah.
We've had Josh Dr. Phil at our house fucking 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing. I went to Ryan too. I go to him because he's a good husband. He's a good dad.
Yeah. Ryan
Josh,
Mahoney.
Yeah,
right?
Ryan. Yep.
I like him a lot.
And then,
I love that dude. I would do anything for that dude.
That's my friend dad. Like for real friend dad. Like
we call him dad, like, and mean it.
Like for real.
Yeah.
And he's not my real dad, but he's older than us, and but he sees a lot more. He's that positive mindset. He's the one that brings us together. He made us.
He's that glue for sure.
Yeah, he glued us together, and then like our Uncle Mike showed us that love is way and more important than just friendship.
Yeah.
And Mike made us hug each other.
Yeah.
I hug full grown men all the fucking time.
Yeah.
Dude. I hug full grown men more than I hug.
And not only hug them, but tell them that you love them.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I'm a hugger too. So I'm always like, oh, bring it in.
Yeah.
You know?
And then that's what it is that's what I was saying. Like you open up your heart.
Yeah.
You give somebody, you're totally defenseless when you open up your heart.
Yeah.
And then you put your heart on somebody else's heart. And maybe for one solid second, it beats at the same time with that heart.
Right.
And you feel a little bit more human.
Have you ever read the book, The 5 Love Languages? So I challenge you to read it because what it is it talks about like there's 5 different love languages. There's physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, and acts of service, right?
Yep.
And everyone usually has like 2 to 3 that are their main, and people can relate to all of them, but 2 to 3 that's really their main. And it talks about, you know, loving people like the way that they want to receive love, not the way that you receive love, right?
Yep.
So like if your love language is physical touch, like I'm not gonna come to you with gifts and stuff like that because you don't receive it that way. I'm gonna dap you up, give you a hug, right? You know, and it's more than just like your significant other. It's like you can do it in all these different relationships. And what I'm saying is like the reason I bring it up is because like you're doing that right now, you know.
And when somebody joins the team, or not the team, but somebody joins the cause, then it's like, oh, we all see the same see the same thing, and it's not the same vision, but it's the same outcome. You want to bring everybody up around you.
The big goal is the same mission, though. The main goal is the same mission,
but how we're all getting there is different.
Right.
We're all 40,000 paths.
Especially now,
one fucking
everybody has a different platform. You know, everybody
has to get out in some way. That I mean, I'm not a nutrition guy. You can tell that. But like, life is too short to fucking not love everybody, dude.
Absolutely,
because there's so many cool people in this world.
Yeah.
The coolest story you ever hear is that homeless guy you see sitting on the road or something. You know, and you don't even know it. And you drive by that guy like, oh, why does he live on the street? You know, go talk to that motherfucker, dude.
Well,
bring him a sandwich.
That's why I find it important to like step into somebody else's shoes.
Yeah.
I find I've done some weird shit because I wanted to know what it was like for this person or that person. What is it like to be homeless? So I'll sit here and I'll be homeless in the middle of the woods for a few months. What's it like to be blind? I blindfolded myself and walked around my property for 24 hours.
Wow.
It was like, I'm weird. I fast for as long as I could just because I wanted to know what it was like to starve. I want to know what these people feel. I don't just want to hear, I want to feel it.
Yeah. And it's like the perspective thing too. You put yourself in those weird perspectives. It's just a fucking.
I know what it's like to be homeless and have to eat things that are questionable, and what it's like to sleep in the middle of the winter underneath the trees. I know what it's like. There is no, I know what it's like. I know what he's going through.
And then even if you don't know what somebody's going through, just letting them know that putting your time, dude, think about it. All these seconds that we've been sitting here together, that's seconds we can't get back.
Right.
So like, I feel with all these seconds that like, I feel really like happy that you wasted all this time on me. Like, it's not real, like you wasted it, but like you gave me your time. And I understand we're talking about Monroe Nutrition, but we've said a couple things about Monroe Nutrition.
Right.
And we talked all about mental health and shit like that. Like, just putting your time into somebody and letting them know that you give a fuck. 13 seconds. That's still 13 seconds.
Right.
Dude. That's 13 seconds. And how many seconds do you have to live?
Right.
It's a set number.
Yeah.
And then that 13 seconds you gave to this guy just to tell him, hey, I give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like I give a fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And that makes his, like I said, that makes your life a whole lot different. It makes the light shine a little bit different when somebody gives a fuck about. Why do you give a fuck about me, dude? You're doing so much. You got your whole nutrition thing. Why do you give a fuck about us fucking talking on a podcast,
See, I think this is one of the coolest things I've ever done is being on this podcast.
Really?
So
that's cool.
I was so excited when he asked. I was like, heck yeah. Like,
yeah,
I was like fanboying a little bit. Like, I was like,
yeah. And I really like doing this too, because now I feel like I have more of a personal relationship.
We're friends now.
Like,
oh heck yeah.
we talked and looked each other in the eyes for fucking a whole hour.
Yeah.
Now we're friends, dude. Now when I see you, it's not just, oh, that's the guy that owns the Monroe Nutrition. What up, Jeff? Hey!
Right.
And it just feels more personal. And now I can walk around Monroe instead of everybody knowing me for being the fuck up or the dude that's doing this stupid shit or anything like that. Now I'm known for like being friends with a whole bunch of people. And that's all I want, is to have a million friends, dude.
Yeah.
If I died with a million friends, I did what I was supposed to do.
Absolutely.
I just love people.
Right.
And animals, flowers. I love them all, dude.
Yeah.
It's just, if you're alive, dude, I fucking love you.
That's awesome.
What time are we at, Josh? Oh, 1:13. Shit. I got 2 more things.
Okay.
Plug yourself in, how we can get a hold of Monroe Nutrition and hold of you.
Send out the
whatever.
address, all that.
Send out the address and all that stuff. And then I got another question for you.
Awesome. All right. So address for Monroe Nutrition is 739 South Monroe Street, Monroe, Michigan. Instagram is Monroe Nutrition _, I believe. My Instagram is at Jeff24Fit. Snapchat, Megatron1214. Well, what else is there? Facebook, Jeff Copi, or Monroe Nutrition. And I believe that's it right there. Yeah.
And let me tell you, he brought this tea over, and I feel like spunky, but I don't feel like that, like buzzy. Like, you know how like you drink too much coffee and your like bones are shaking?
Right.
Like, I feel the energy, but my bones ain't shaking. I'm not feeling like, I don't know, it's like a calm. It's a calm, like I'm ready for the day.
A good sustainable energy.
And like I told you when you got here, it makes my stomach feel good. For some odd reason, it makes my stomach feel weird.
It's
but
that aloe.
Yeah.
It's that aloe, you know?
Right.
If you had one last thing to say to the world, what are you saying?
So I would say this is that if you have a dream or you have goal, if you have anything that you want to do that is going to better yourself and make you into a better person or who you want to become, and you don't do it, I don't feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for the person's life you could have changed and you didn't, because you didn't step into the greatest version of yourself.
Wow. On that note, that's episode 109. Thank you so much for coming, dude.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, dude. Oh, we got to get you to sign the table too.
Oh, I'm excited because
cool,
I seen that right when I walked in.
All right. That's it for episode 109. You guys have a wonderful day. I love every single one of you.
Brought to you by Ranger. Fuck yeah.